gather again. Settle yourselves, dear ones, as we help the medium get out of the way. Ground yourselves and relax. Release anything that does not serve you. And so, many weeks now, the lessons have been building upon each other. The medium realized that she listened to one of the sessions from maybe 4 weeks ago, and we gave her the intuition that it is a series. And so we shall continue connecting the information and the energies that we began with weeks ago. For some of you, did not hear all of the lessons, and we're not going to repeat everything, but everything weaves together. Everything is connected. Just like everything on your world and the universe is energy, flowing, interacting, changing vibration from one state to the next. That's all a transition is, really. There's much on your world. Many people are in transition, metaphorically and physically. And that is part of the physical experience. In one of the lessons, we mentioned that life is like puzzles. And if you think about all of the different areas of your lives, you have family, career, health, fun, and so on, different categories. Each of those is like having your own puzzle. And as you go through your life, sometimes a puzzle is completed and you start a new puzzle, like a new job or something like that, or a new relationship. And at other times, a puzzle might be several thousand pieces. And it takes longer to complete, and sometimes you think you'll never get it done. And dear ones, while you are in these bodies, you will never get everything done. That is why you are here. You continue to create. This creation process is like pulling off the shelf a new puzzle. You decide, oh, I want to create something else. And so this is the puzzle. And oh, I have the first piece. But guess what? You don't have the final picture of the puzzle. You just have a bunch of puzzle pieces. And you don't know where they go yet. And perhaps you might not even have all the puzzle pieces. You just open a box and there's one piece to get you started along your path, like a stepping stone. And that puzzle piece gets energies moving in whatever area of your life may be involved. And as the energies get moving and you focus on your creation, not knowing where the end is, but maybe having a desire, a goal in mind, not having any idea how you're going to get there because you never do. That's not up to you. That's part of the journey. That's part of the game of life, dear ones. This is part of the puzzle pieces appearing when it is time. So as you go about your days and your life, you get more information, you get more clarity, and as you get more clarity on perhaps a desire, if you want to say that one desire is a puzzle you're working on, clarity brings the next piece into focus. And then the puzzle begins to form slowly, piece by piece, as you continue to focus and clarify what it is you want as you move forward along your journey. Make sense so far? Yes? And so if you think about it, you have multiple puzzles going at the same time. But there's usually one that you may really be passionate about working on and putting energies toward. And so that is where most of your focus is, or perhaps two, but usually to manifest and to create more, let's see, efficiently is not the word we're looking for. Productively, yes. If you wish to create more productively with your intentions and your energy and your focus, you must have a bit more of an obsession with one of those puzzles, throwing more energy at it, more focus, more drive, not drive, but passion, excitement. And as you have more energy thrown in that direction, more energy comes to you to align with it. And so the puzzle begins to take form. You begin to get more clarity each puzzle piece that comes in as the picture begins to form. And eventually, you have such clarity that you know what the final picture is to look like within your mind, within your heart. And at that point, dear ones, you have already learned, perhaps not consciously become aware that you have learned, but you have learned to create from point A to point E, F, G, Z, whatever, from one point to the next with many points in between. And each of those points, like a stepping stone, was a puzzle piece that you had to obtain along your journey. And each puzzle piece made the picture form a little bit more and a little bit more. And so eventually you really knew where the end goal was. It may have been just, as you say, an abstract idea, a desire that is general, with a feeling behind it. But the closer you get, the closer your picture forms, the more puzzle pieces you gather, you get more clarity on what you're consciously creating, and it is no longer a generality, and perhaps no longer just based on a feeling, but something concrete that you want to experience in your life. Life, yes, not lives. Mm-hmm. So understand that you have already created many puzzles within your life. Think about the things now that you have done and accomplished in your life. And perhaps that first puzzle piece, dear ones, is the, I want to do this. This sounds like fun. Aha moment that you have had an idea plop within your mind. You've all had this experience where out of nowhere, not really, but in a way, you weren't conscious of where the energies were coming from, but at some point you decided, this sounds like fun. I want to do this, or I want to experience this. And you became focused. And the first puzzle piece was unfolded. Because you created it by your intention. And as you continue to focus, you continue along that path. And dear ones, the same is true where some people never finish a puzzle, right? You get so fed up, this is taking too long, oh my goodness. And you stop and you put it on the back burner, as you say. There are two ways of looking at this. Either you're not enjoying the puzzle anymore, the creation that you thought you wanted to do, or you begin to focus on the fact that it's not there yet, and you don't have all the answers, and you don't know what to do, and you don't know how long it's going to take, and so doubt creeps in, and it stops the creation flow of energy, and you put a halt to that creative force like a stop sign, and you energetically create a roadblock for moving forward any further in that creation. It is one of two things. And so when something occurs in your life and you think, do I want to keep going with this? Ask yourself, does it still excite me? Or is there something where maybe I'm thinking not wrong, but I'm thinking negatively or doubtful, and I can clear that vibration and then tune in and see if I get my focus back. Because there could be some beliefs that you have come up that stop you in your tracks, and if you're not aware of it, it's like a roadblock. It's not that you can't go down that road, it is just a detour. But if you don't look around and say, oh, well, there's another road, there's another way for me to get there, I still want to get there, then the detour doesn't matter, the roadblock doesn't matter. But if you allow a roadblock mentally to stop you, it is by your choice. That is all there is. You can choose to keep going around whatever seems to be a perception of delay or doubt. You can push through the doubt by reigniting and asking yourself, why did I start this puzzle, this creation in the first place? How does it make me feel? How did it make me feel? Just in case it wasn't that feeling any longer. Perhaps it weakened over time because the doubt crept in and you began to believe you can't do it. And that is possible, that you may just change your mind that this really isn't what I want. But there's so many people on your world that they begin creations not knowing that they are. And they get to this energetic roadblock within their mind. And it's just a detour like on your roads. It is not, sorry, the bridge is up, you can't cross, you'll never get across. Sorry, can't go. What is it, the do not pass go? Whatever. In your game of life, Monopoly game, yes, the board game. But you understand where we are, what we are suggesting, yes? If you are awake. So, just understand that everyone that you are encountering in your day are all in the midst of their own puzzles. And you might be a piece of someone's puzzle. Or you might help them get clarity, which leads them to the next piece. And the same goes for other people for you. That is why everything is connected when we say energies flow and connect with each other. As you are aware of this, things unfold. And they may seem like surprises, but you may get a piece of information that you didn't know you were missing along your way. And that was a piece of the puzzle. And someone came into your experience and, wow, I needed to meet this person because they told me X, Y, and Z, and I didn't even know I needed to know that. Oh my goodness, that was just amazing. And that is what, dear ones, you call a synchronicity, but you created that energetic alignment with another person. The universe lined it up because you were still focused and moving forward on whatever it is your creation was. And even though you didn't know what you didn't know, the universe gave you the information that was the next logical step. And that's all you have to focus on is keep moving forward until you get that next piece of information that takes you to the next step, that next stepping stone along your journey. Because it's one step at a time. You don't see where other speakers year or more to a while ago have used the analogy of your GPS, where you put in a destination. Well, dear ones, you may have a destination, but your creation is not an address like it is with your GPS. It is not that cut and dry. It is a vibration that you are sending out into the universe. And the universe is doing everything it can to match your vibration to bring to you what you are asking by your feelings, by your thoughts that create feelings and emotions. Your vibration. The GPS will take you along a path, but it doesn't explain all of it up front. You drive, and when you get to the next turn, which could be like a stepping stone, it tells you where to go. So it directs you. But you already know your destination. So you're basically sitting back and listening to a GPS telling you how to get somewhere as you are going there one stepping stone at a time. Your lives are not so cut and dry, but vibrationally it is similar. Because you have a goal, you have a desire. It's like the medium seeing a dartboard. And the bullseye is your goal. It's that small dot all the way across the room. And if you try to throw an arrow, you're not going to hit the bullseye. You have to take a step closer and another step closer. And as you keep getting closer, it's easier to see and hit the bullseye until you are standing right in front of that dartboard and you can literally just reach out and put a dart in the middle, in that center bullseye spot. But with each step you take, you're getting closer and closer. And you don't have to throw any darts because you're still looking at the dartboard. You're still looking at the bullseye saying, I'm still going that way. What's my next step? How do I get one step closer until I can touch it? Reach out and touch it. That is how your lives are. But you must have a bullseye, a goal in mind that you have a desire for that excites you. Because that is what gets those creative juices flowing. The more excitement, the more joy about when you think about it, the stronger the magnetic pull and the faster the universe will give you the pieces of the puzzle that help you form that picture and reach out and get the completion and get that bullseye. Understand? Yes? So understand that, one moment, the medium is having an image. Think of it this way. If you had a GPS, you can't put 3 addresses in it, can you, for destinations for one trip? You can't. Unless they're all along the way to your final destination. Oh, let's see, I'm going to visit Aunt so-and-so, and then I'm going to go visit cousin so-and-so, and then I'm going to go over here and visit this person I haven't seen in a while, and eventually I'm going to get to my final destination. right? That is the only way that works, is if it seems in a linear fashion. You can't program into your GPS, sitting in your cars, and say, send me to 3 addresses simultaneously. You only have one body. How are you going to do that? Mm-hmm. The same thing happens, similarly, we shall say, energetically, if you had 3 dartboards and whatever number you wish, but 3 is an easy number for you to imagine. If you were standing across the room and you had 3 dartboards, 3 goals that you want, you take one step and it might be toward one goal, one of those bullseyes. How are you going to get to the other ones if they're not related? They'll eventually come in, and you may get a piece of the puzzle for each of the others and get to eventually take one step forward. But basically, you're starting in the same point for each of those manifestations, creations, desires. They cannot be created with equal vibrational alignment in parallel. Because you can only focus all your energies and excitement really on one thing, unless they're all related. Like the GPS, where one thing leads to another, which leads to another, which leads to another. Then they're all in line along the path. But if one is on the left, one is on the right, one is all the way out in front of you, you can't go in 3 directions at once. You can't play 3 games simultaneously. You can play a little bit of a game over here, play a little bit of a game over there, play a little bit of that game. This medium doesn't play chess, but you all have probably seen movies where people have chessboards set up and they go from one chessboard to another. They can only play one game at a time, even if they rotate. They can only focus on one move at a time, one scenario at a time. Even though it's the same game, it's a different board. Think of it that way. So in your lives, you may have multiple desires, but one of them should have more excitement, more magnetic pull, because that is what fuels your desire to create. And the more fuel to the fire, the faster your puzzle pieces will line up, and the faster you get to that bullseye and you get to celebrate. And then after you celebrate and you've created what you wanted, experienced whatever it is you wanted, and you may have gotten clarity along the way to tweak it a little bit, of course, as always. Then you can see, what were those other things that I was thinking about? Do I want to do them now? Are they even interesting anymore? Maybe something else came on your radar that you never even imagined would be an opportunity for growth or learning or whatever. So just understand, dear ones, the main point here is we're saying, if you focus the majority of your energy and your excitement and your creative conscious energy from a space of awareness in one direction, like a laser, you will create and reach your destination quicker. And then you can decide what's next. Otherwise, you will be bouncing all over the place from one thing to the next, and all of your desires will take a longer duration to come to fruition. Because there's not enough magnetic pull to complete them, because you're bouncing your focus. Understand? Be like a laser. And yes, you will occasionally change your mind, get more clarity, maybe even change your goal as you move forward one stepping stone at a time. You may realize, I really don't want to do this anymore. It doesn't excite me anymore. So I'm really going to go over here. But make sure you truly understand and know what it is you want and what it is you don't want. And not just, I'm tired of it taking so long, so I give up. I'm never going to get it. So why should I bother wasting any more energy when it hasn't happened yet, it's never going to happen. And that's what we see from many on your world. They give up because things don't happen fast enough for them. And it is because they have thrown doubt into the mix. The quickest way for you to doubt your creative potential is to put a time frame on how and when it has to happen. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know what needs to line up in the universe for it to manifest. Your role as a creator is to stay in alignment vibrationally with whatever it is you wish to create and let the universe take care of the details and the timing. Because it will happen when you have no more doubt. And when you just think about it, it's as though you have already experienced it, like Christmas Eve as the example we have used many times. You know how excited you are. You know you're getting presents or birthday or whatever. But what happens after you've opened all your presents? It's a letdown. Right? All that drive. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. And you count down days. And then the moment comes and then it's done. And then you have to find another focus to get you excited. It is the same thing with a creation. That same excitement, that same, oh my gosh, I can't wait, I'm so excited, oh my gosh, I can't wait, I'm gonna feel this way, oh my gosh. Feel that way now, as though it is already done. Because when it actually manifests, it will not be a surprise that it has happened. It's always a surprise as to how it happens. Always. That's part of the fun of being in these bodies in this game of life that you have signed up for. And when that letdown occurs, it's because, well, okay, I've already opened my presents, now what? Now what do I want to focus on? And then you have to find a new bullseye to get excited about and start the process all over again. Doesn't matter what it is you wish to create, the process is the same. The puzzle pieces will always be different, obviously. And so just realize that you are always the one putting the energies out for your puzzle to form, to come into alignment, for that next puzzle piece to line up and present itself to you in the perfect divine timing when you are ready for that next step to appear and you don't even know what that is. Everything aligns in divine timing. Everything is in divine order. And your vibration, by your divine power, creates the magnetic pole to line things up with your intentions, your imagination, whatever it is you are seeing and creating within your mind, it will happen. So long as you believe and know it will happen and don't care how or when. Doubt destroys dreams. So if you ever begin to doubt yourself and you have some of those limiting beliefs within your consciousness, release them. Do whatever you need to, as well as ask us to assist you with releasing these old programs that are like these roadblocks hindering you along your path. Because these roadblocks were created usually not from a space of awareness, but from a space of, we will just say, lack of consciousness, lack of understanding, lack of awareness, because you didn't know any better. And that is what you were taught. Because whoever taught you did exactly the same thing. And they taught you what they knew. And that's the best that they could do with what they knew. And so now you understand, and many of you have already understood that you were taught limiting beliefs. You have realized that you're done with it. I've had enough of it. I turned my back on it. I'm sick of that. I want something else. I want something better. That is the creation point where you have made the decision to change. Where you have made the decision consciously that you will do whatever it takes to remove the roadblocks that are in your way, in your mental or emotional frame of mind. That is the discovery work you must do for yourselves, dear ones. We can assist by helping you bring up memories or patterns of thought to your awareness, but then you must choose what to do with that information. Look at it, release it, or ignore it and stay the same. For your brain, you programmed it like a computer based on what you were taught and what you assumed by your own beliefs for lack of knowing any better. And so just like your computers, if you don't want a program on your computer, you have to uninstall it. But first you have to identify what it is you don't want, and you have to figure out how to uninstall it. And it's not just like hitting the delete button. It's a little more effort because it's got a lot of little threads that are connected to it. It's never trivial. It always has, you call it baggage. It's just experiences linked to it. It's just energy, dear ones. It can be weakened and weakened and weakened. Just like a roadblock. You go around, or you can bust through it and destroy it. Because you're deciding I'm going this way. And these belief patterns about myself are in my way. And I don't like the way I feel. I don't like the way I'm thinking about this. And I'm done with it. And so I'm choosing to heal and release these patterns. And sometimes, dear ones, you will get angry when you identify what it is you don't want. When you find out and figure out where these patterns came from, you may get angry for a brief time. Use that anger to help you focus. Turn your back on it and go in a different direction. The medium's thinking of your Star Wars, your Jedi Knight, where they say in one of the scenes, I feel your anger. It makes you focus. Anger is not a bad thing, only if you let it fester. All of your emotions serve a purpose. Anger will get you out of depression. It is a higher vibration. It will get you moving. It will get your energies moving in a different direction. But what most of your world have done and are doing, and all of you have done, you have gotten into lower vibrational mental patterns and stayed there, wallowed in it for days or weeks or months or sometimes even years. That is not what we are saying. That is a detriment to your vibration. The anger will trigger transformation if you use it to catapult you into clarity, into understanding what it is you truly want. Like if you had those 3 bullseyes, and each of those bullseyes had a prize on it. And you wanted all 3 of them. And you can't figure out how to get all 3 of them, and you're told you can only choose one. You get pissed off, as you say, right? You get so angry that you can only choose one. But it helps you focus. And you decide which one is the best for me at this time. And you focus your laser on that dartboard, that bullseye, and it catapults you and begins the energy flow, and you get the first puzzle piece very quickly because your momentum is moving in a direction. You already know which way you're going. There's no confusion. The longer you sit there and try to decide and you're angry at figuring out, well, I don't want this, I don't want that, oh my gosh, what can I do, that keeps you stuck, dear ones. Choose. Choose a path. And if you get far enough down the path and you realize, I really don't like this. Okay, I'm going to go back and try something else. It could be, for some of you, you tried to go to, say, college, and you realize after maybe a year or one semester, yeah, this really isn't for me. As long as it was truly not for you and you realized it and you'd be happier doing something else, and you can't see yourself completing that versus just giving up, then yes, you got clarity. Or it could be relationship. You think that this is the person, and you're all excited. And a couple months into it, you go, oh, wait a minute. Or maybe not even that much. The sooner you decide, the better, right? the less confusion. The sooner you get clarity on what you want, the sooner you make movement in the direction that makes you happy. And that, dear ones, is the key to this game of life. Feeling as good as you can, but using those intense negative emotions to propel you in a direction that excites you when you think about it, because you are turning your back on what you don't want and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I'm out of there. Now I'm over here. Oh, I can't wait. But you don't ever go back. Once you make a decision, you keep moving forward with that momentum, that energy, that clarity, that vibration, that excitement. And see where it takes you as you get the next puzzle piece. And everything begins to come into alignment. And your picture begins to form. And eureka, oh my gosh, I've landed. I've hit the bullseye. My picture is complete. My puzzle is complete. Now what do I want to do? What's next? This is how it works. So in the week ahead, do a little detective work and figure out truly. Write it down on paper, pen and paper. Write down what your desires are. And every emotion, as you're writing it, imagine it in as much detail as you wish. Feel it as though it's done. Imagine and feel. And put those energies out into the universe to plant those seeds of creation. And the more excited you feel, the stronger the seed. Do you understand? This is your game. This is your creation. We cannot do it for you, but we can support you as things line up. Those little synchronicities, who do you think lines them up for you? But we cannot interfere with your free will. We assist as things line up. We assist those little surprises. But you are doing the work with your vibration. You are the creator. We are here in a support mode. Think of it as tech support, so to speak. We are here in a support mode because we cannot override your free will. We love you and bless you and want you to know that you are more powerful than you have ever imagined yourselves to be. Embrace it. Look back on your lives and see what you have already created for yourself. Maybe meditate on it and just do a little bit of not a full life review, but, what did I create? How did that happen? I didn't know this was going to happen, and look what happened. Wow, that led to this, which led to this, which led to this, and this is how I got here, which led me to this, and then this, and I met this person, and yeah. You all have examples in your life that go like that. Do a little bit of a review of how you've played the game so far, and see where you were consciously aware of things, perhaps not consciously knowing that you were creating it, but you were intuitively following the next step, that next puzzle piece. You knew that that was the next step within you. Because, dear ones, no one can tell you what the next step is. You must feel your way toward it. And when it presents itself, you must take action. You can't just sit and meditate all day and expect things to manifest. It doesn't work that way. You are a participant. You can work with your vibration and you can do the visualizations and meditation. Absolutely. Use that time to send out those transmissions of vibration and to also help with your alignment. But you are here in a physical body to have experiences. It's part of the game. It's part of the fun. What we have done as we have been asked this night. Our blessings to all of you. Do your little review of how you have been playing your game so far. Make it fun. This is not to be, oh my gosh, what did I do? What didn't I do? No. Make it fun. Think of yourself as though you are in kindergarten mode. A child exploring your game of life. And have fun with it. You will have surprises and you will see how powerful you already are when you look back and see what you have already created for yourselves without your even potentially, usually, consciously being aware of it. And now that you are more aware of how to create, it is more fun. Because you know what you're doing. You are owning your power. No one can take your power away from you. Only you can shut it off by doubt. Never doubt yourself, dear ones. You are divine creators, just as the creator that made you. You have unlimited potential. Unlimited potential to create, even in these denser forms. It just takes a little more effort to expand the consciousness to get to that point, raise the vibration. That's all it is, vibration. Blessings to you. This completes the instruction portion, and we shall proceed. Blessings to you. Take a deep breath and settle into your forms. And I am here. I am tending to all of you now. Settle yourselves. I am wrapping you all in my cloak, my robe, cradling you, holding you within my heart, holding you and bathing you in love. You may sense a pale blue energy, light. To connect with my energy. I have been here a few times. I am always present. Yet others speak. I assist and hold the space, and am with all of you. I am Mary, and I give you my blessing. Medium was a bit surprised. She hasn't held my energy for a while. Bathe in my blue light, dear ones. This pale blue, peaceful, loving vibration. And let it settle into your heart space as though gentle flecks of glitter covering that space. Little blue flecks of glitter sparkling throughout your entire being, settling in your heart and in your mind. For all of you are, we will say, have been shaken a bit in different levels within the heart and in the mind, with the vibrations occurring on your world at this time, and I wish to assist you with peace. Breathe in this energy, dear ones. Relax your mind. You are in my embrace. Your energy is being cradled by my love and compassion for all of humanity. The peace that you anchor within your being is then carried out into your world. Just like the candle flame that many others have spoken of, you being the light. Think of yourselves as a peace candle, illuminating the path of peace for those you encounter, for those around you. You must receive and be at peace first before you can hold it and offer it to others. Always remember, you can only offer the vibrations that you hold within your being. And so, that is why we tend to all of you first, before you hold the energies and share these energies as anchors for your world. Tune in to how you are breathing. Feel the calm of your heartbeat. Allow your heart to be filled with peace. Allow your body and mind to be filled with peace. You may feel as this medium is very heavy. Just allow yourselves to receive and relax. All the tension going down the grounding cord. Any lower vibrational thoughts, surrender them to us. Knowing that all is and will be well. Just as the previous speaker talked about the steps along the journey. Just focus on where you're at now. And the next step in your puzzle, the next piece will present itself. Trust and be at peace. We anchor these energies of peace within you this night, so that you may be the seeds. As you learn and begin to work and hold this peaceful vibration, this light of peace within you, as you go about your day, by intention, just connect and ask to feel peace. And the more often you connect to this vibration, the easier it will be for you to hold it during your day. And then, dear ones, you will be that peace candle for others to feel the peace emanating from you. And so you first must work with this vibration, anchoring it in and growing it. Just like you do with your plants, you water and nurture, love, tend to, give time to, feed it, allow it to grow and blossom. And when this peace blossoms within your heart space and your mind, and you awaken in peace, you set the vibration of peace for your day. And you carry it out. And dear ones, when you are in peace, it is as though whatever you are witnessing or observing in your world is like you are watching a movie. From a higher perspective, from a space of compassionate detachment, you are able to hold the peace and not get sucked down into the weeds. You may be like a weed, not a weed, a reed that goes in the water And it goes with the current, even though it's trying to stand tall and be a reed. When a wind comes and a water wave goes, it rolls with it. It goes with it. It can't resist it. Otherwise it breaks. But that is why a reed is not so rigid. And so we ask you to see yourselves as this reed of peace that goes with the ebb and the flow of whatever it is going on around you. And you just roll with it, not being affected, but just allowing it as though you are a witness. Be the observer, while holding your peace, for the reed is still anchored into the dirt, in the water. It's grounded. It doesn't lose its connection and go floating downstream. It just rolls with the water, maintaining its anchor. We ask you to do that with peace. This vibration of peace is flexible, not rigid. It allows you to bend, to turn, to move, and to stand tall when it is necessary. All the while being anchored, grounded in peace. This reed of peace. And as you learn to allow this peace to flow through you, no matter what is thrown at you in your external world, it simply bends you. It doesn't break you. You flow with it. You allow it to flow through you or over you like water. And then you come and stand right back up. You never lose your footing. You maintain your stability while being flexible in peace. And as you anchor this peace in the lower vibrations around your world, try to break you, try to hinder you, they will not. For you stand right back up. It's like a tree blowing in a breeze. It bends a little bit and stands right back up. A reed is more flexible than a tree, obviously. And so we want you to understand, nothing can break you. As you stand in peace, feel your vibration, feel your body now. It's relaxed. If you were floating in water when you swim, what happens when you try to float on your back? If you are relaxed, you float. If you try to be rigid and force yourself on the top, begin to sink. And so this peace and this relaxation allows you to have the support you need to float and be carried wherever you need to go. The water below you, if you were floating, is like all these dense energies. You're just riding the wave, knowing that you're fine, you're just floating, being relaxed. And then you just stand up, walk out of the water. When you relax and maintain peace, you're connected into this vibration, into the higher aspects of you, anchoring in this vibration through your body into this lower realm. When you become rigid, you can break. That is when the people struggle. If they only relaxed, and knew all is well, and all will be well, and held peace within their hearts and their minds, the world would transform into a world of peace. And so, one at a time, anchoring in these energies. You are the anchors for this night, holding this vibration. Allow yourselves to just flow this energy wherever you are. Imagine yourself in your homes, with your families, visiting friends, anchoring this peace vibration in your jobs, where you shop. When you are ready, if you wish, allow your consciousness to just guide you to some point on your world and be an acupressure point for peace. And just be this peace candle, lit and glowing, as far as you choose to imagine from that point, wherever you are. And this light goes out and spreads peace to all who witness it. We are holding this vibration with all of you now. Assisting your world. Be the peace, dear ones. And yes, you could put yourself in multiple places if you wish, if not to confuse, for your spirit has no limits. Allow this vibration of peace to anchor, be a beacon, a ripple of peace going out from all the anchor points. Touching all life. People, animals, the plants in the land and the water, and the elemental realm as well. Peace. You can imagine your world wrapped in this mantle of blue light. This ripple of peace blanketing your world. And for all who wish to receive it, accept the seed to be planted in their higher consciousness, to integrate at lower levels when they are ready by their free will. I am Mary, and I bless you. I thank you for this work. I thank you for being the beacons of peace. Feel my blessing once more, dear ones. Gently make your way back into the space. You are holding peace. Allow your bodies to bathe in it. You may not want to move much when we conclude, so as to allow your physical forms some extra time to bathe in this peace. The medium will play the music again for a while to allow this integration and time of peace. Our blessings to all of you. I am Mary, and you are loved. Be the peace that you want to see in your world by being at peace yourself first.